What is going on, guys? My name is ItsHalvy, and today I am bringing you a Would You Rather video, episode 6, 7, something like that, and I am with my good friend Harrison over here, who can introduce himself, I guess. Tell me about yourself. Tell them about yourself.
Hello, I'm Harrison. I'm an artist.
He's an artist.
And I'm a person.
Yes, he is. And that's about it. He's an artist and a person. And what is this? What is this all about? This is his spirit totem.
This is a mace from India. It's from the monkey god. My brother brought it back to me because he's a world traveler.
What a story. And actually the cool thing about this is it's actually got a little ball in there, and it's where he traps the spirits of all of the monkeys he comes across. He's got how many in there? Like 7 or 8 now?
I think 7 or 8, yeah.
You're starting to see it. He's kind of looking more and more like a monkey every day. But anyways, we're going to get right into this next episode of Would You Rather. It's been like a month and a half since I've done a last one. I've actually recorded 2 or 3 more Would You Rather videos that I haven't posted with Tochi, and he's deleted every single one of them on accident.
That's terrible.
It's terrible. As you can see right here, we've got the you can't see my mouse, but we've got the first question. Would you rather receive $5 a day for the rest of your life or receive $50,000 right here, right now?
That's a difficult question.
It is.
The reason why I'm saying that, here's why. If I got $5 a day, every day, then over time, assuming that I lived longer, I don't really know how to math, but would it be like more collectively? Because that's what I'm assuming. Because that's what I'm assuming is part of the...
Oh, right. So I don't know if you've heard the story about the road reflectors. Do you know how those came to be?
No.
So on the road, you have the little like middle thing, and there's the little road reflectors like everywhere, every 3 feet.
Yes.
So the guy who created those, I don't remember when it was. It was sometime back in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, something. I don't know when it was. But when he created it, he created the whole idea, patented it, whatever, and then this company or the government or something, probably government, I guess, gave him an offer, and they said, we will either buy it right now for $10,000, or we will give you 1 penny for every single one that we use.
Is that true?
It is true. And he was like, wow, 1 penny for, this is worth way more than that, $10,000. And of course, at the time, 10,000 is more like what? Probably like 50,000, 60,000, or 100,000, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like today. So it's a decent amount of money. But if so he took the 10 grand. He was devastated regardless, because of course now, it is literally within one state, he'd be like, I don't even know how, there's probably, at least 1 million each state.
Yes.
You know what I mean? This dude and his family would be filthy rich if he would have taken that deal. So, part of me wants to say the $5 a day for the rest of your life. Because so hold on, 365 times 5, what is that?
I don't know.
That is like $1,800.
Okay.
So that's $1,800 a year.
Yeah. So...
Wait, so if it's $1,800 a year...
What if you randomly die at 40?
Well, But so here's the other thing to look at, is that with $50,000 right here, right now, I personally know that I'm going to be, these first 10 years right now, like, this is our prime. 20s to 30s, like mid-35 kind of area, these, like, are the 15 years of our prime.
Yes.
And that's the time that we're going to capitalize, and we're going to, I'm working on my company, my business, I'm planning on in 10 years being a millionaire, all these things. So in that much time, $5 a day isn't going to mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whereas $50,000 right now, I could clear all of my debt, all of my student loans. I could buy a house, or not buy a house, but I could, start my down payment on my house just fine. I could actually put my down payment on my car. $50,000 isn't a ton of money, but I would pay off, let's see, what is it? I think I have about $30,000 in student debt, which is pretty amazing for a private college.
Yeah.
But I could pay that off instantly, as well as, 10 grand for a nice, decent, just normal starter car, because I don't want to just blow it all. 5 grand on probably house down payments, and then the rest paying off my wedding and all that stuff, because I'm getting married in December. So
True.
I would be able to essentially start my life post college with a completely clean slate, which is honestly amazing. I think that is more. I think that is going to be more beneficial to me than having $5 a day for the rest of my life, because I know that if I am able to clear all that money now, I'll be able to focus only on establishing my business and my company, which will make a lot more than $5 a day.
True. I think that's more practical.
Okay.
I think on a philosophical level, sometimes I think, oh, like $5 a day, that means that literally I would never go hungry.
It's true.
Because
that is true.
You know, like there would always be that safety net there.
Exactly.
And it would be nice. But yeah, $50,000 right now could be very helpful in getting my life started.
Exactly,
so.
And then you can make a lot more than that if you
Yeah.
write. So it's the riskier option.
Yeah.
But I am confident in my abilities to turn it into something more profitable. So we're gonna go and say $50,000 right here, right now. Hey, we're on the lower side, 52%,
Yes.
very close. I like being on the lower side
Me
because
too.
it makes me feel like I'm not just conforming to what society thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. This dude and I, we actually get along pretty well because we're both quite cocky individuals,
Yes.
especially in the art department.
Very true.
This guy's fine art, so your main thing is figure drawing and painting.
Yeah.
Why don't you actually tell us a little bit more about that real quick?
I like to paint men.
Yeah.
I think that they're underrated in terms of the arts and in terms of the beauty of them and all of that. So I like doing that. I really like going conceptual. I do practice a lot of, like technique and proportions and all that junk that you do with art, but I also am always trying to push my style further, which is something I don't see from the people around me,
Right.
which is very bothersome and tiresome for me. So
I'm not a part of the system.
I'm not a part of the system. If you're a part of the system, you're not an artist.
I feel like that's true, but it's so hard though because to become not to become an artist, but we go to school to get art degrees, and yet that is becoming a part of the system. That in and of itself,
Well, I got an art degree because it allowed me the opportunity to work with particular mediums and be in labs and such.
Right.
I didn't go to I didn't go for get an art degree to become an artist.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
something
right. Because
that
that's
you
not
have
something
already.
right, exactly.
Because you either have vision or you
I mean,
don't.
well, really, what it comes down to is that we're both creative individuals, and it's what you do with that turns you into what type of artist you are. Like I love video and graphic design. That's my main thing. I enjoy painting, but I would never want to do it like a lot. It's too stressful for me and too time consuming, and I just it's more like if I'm trying to do it too much, then it becomes stressful. I want to do something that's just, I have like a painting that I'm working on for like a month. That's just something simple I do just to relax with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Yeah, and you kind of have a more professional emphasis in your life, which I totally respect, and I think that's perfectly valid. I don't respect people who think they're profound artists who are doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, exactly.
And are not doing anything new. And I also don't tend to respect art professors who think that they're really good artists when they're art professors.
I can get that. Yeah. I've heard several things. Hopefully none of the teachers are watching this at all now. They probably aren't, so that's good. We just won't. Or I might just send it to them and be like, hey guys, check it out. Look at my video.
No one in particular.
No one in particular. I don't know who you're talking about at all,
Right.
of course. But anyways.
Yes.
So, background good. Off topic. We're going to go to the next question. Okay, which wizard would you rather be, Gandalf or Dumbledore?
Gandalf.
Easy. That is not even a
Gandalf.
question. Dumbledore is just an old man who is like a principal of a school.
Yeah. I mean...
Who dies.
Yeah.
Does Gandalf die?
Well...
Well, he does by borrow... Well, he doesn't die, though.
He
is
ascends.
reborn.
He's he's reincarnated as the White Wizard.
Right, Dumbledore doesn't do that. I'd rather be White Wizard.
Gandalf is so much more epic.
He really is.
In my mind.
Oh,
and
I
think,
agree.
Everyone kind of tries to say J.K. Rowling is like the new Tolkien, and I disagree.
I disagree. It's I would consider it to be an entirely different genre and style of book.
Yeah. Well, I think that Tolkien is kind of for adults, and if you want to make that comparison, and
no,
J.K.
that's exactly
Rowling is
right.
for children.
You're exactly right.
So, I don't know. I think it's
Not that adults who read it are, it's not a child's book, but it is intended for a younger audience.
Yeah, well, Tolkien created this whole mythology that's kind of rooted in Anglo-Saxon thought because he was an Anglo-Saxon professor.
Yes.
And
a brilliant guy.
Yeah, J.K. Rowling kind of wrote children's story, which is, great in its own right. But I don't think there's a comparison in terms of those things.
I mean, the only comparison is the semi-fantastical element between wizards, but it's even the wizards themselves are so drastically different that I just don't compare. Gandalf, by far, he's way cooler.
Gandalf.
He's just a badass, and he is reincarnated as the White Wizard of Wonder.
Yes.
That's what I've dubbed him as, the White Wizard of Wonder.
White Wizard of Wonder.
That is going to be a thing. Gandalf, the White Wizard of Wonder. Okay. Let's see. Yep. I mean, but that's kind of hard not to agree with, to be honest. I'm surprised actually. There's 47% that disagreed.
Me too.
Or
considering
with us.
the proliferation of that fiction in our society right now, I am surprised that Gandalf won.
Yeah. Well, I guess something to keep in mind though is that especially internet is very much so driven by a younger generation.
Mm-hmm.
You have to keep in mind that most of the people who use this website are probably a younger generation.
Yeah.
And the Harry Potter is also, still something that's big. They're coming out with a new movie soon. Was it the Monsters and Things or something?
Oh yeah. Mystical Beasts.
Mystical Beasts. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Mystical Beasts and Where to Find Them. So I think that I guess it makes sense. But anyways, Gandalf is definitely cooler. Dumbledore is respectable.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Okay. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and comment down below, as well as follow all of the social media links down in the description. I would tell you to go follow Harrison, but he is a weird artist and doesn't want you to because he likes the independent stuff and he doesn't want the fame, whatever. You're weird. Like, if you're going to be a narcissist, you might as well want fame, right?
Yeah, maybe I should make a YouTube channel.
Maybe you should.
Yeah.
Leave a like and comment if you want to see more Harrison videos and if you want him to have his own YouTube channel as well. Because that would be awesome. You should at least make a Twitter, dude, or an Instagram for your art. Do you have an Instagram?
I'm working on it. Maybe.
Okay, well,
maybe.
Eventually, I'll get him in another video and we'll give you the Instagram and stuff. But yeah. So, anyways, again, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and comment down below. And with all of that said, stay beautiful, have a fantastic freaking day, and we will see you later.